TV personality, radio personality, author. That's my guest today, Raej J. Johnson, today on The Bernie Hayes Show. Welcome back. Raej J, welcome back.
I know, right?
It's been a long time. How long has it been since you've been on the program?
Oh my gosh. I think the last time was when Raej Jennings was on. So it's been about 3 years. 3 years
at
now.
least 3 years, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, welcome back.
Thank you so much.
You've done many, many things since the last time you were here.
I've been doing a lot.
Yeah, and usually when you on a program is someone that you brought, but now you're the subject.
I know, for a change, right?
Yeah, you're the principal. You're the principal today. And you've been doing so many things. What is this Pretty in His Presence? You're an author now. Tell us about that.
I am a co-author of Pretty in His Presence, which is a copulation of 9 authors. Minister Raleigh Thornton Jr. was the brainchild for this project and invited me along with several other women to talk about what we have been through, our journey through trials and tribulations that made us stronger. Things that you would think should have killed us, literally, but we're still standing. And to be an inspiration to those that may be broken or feel like they're lost. Women. It's also good for men. It's not just for women.
Sure.
But the main focus of the title, Pretty in His Presence, means that no matter what we've been through, God still sees us as His beautiful children, and we are still pretty in His presence.
This is great. How much of this did you contribute?
I have a chapter, excuse me, in the book, and my chapter is called Passed and Approved.
Okay.
And so each one of the authors in the book gave an opportunity to talk about their situation and how they came through it. I chose to use some biblical factors for me that helped me to get through when I was going through divorce, losing my employment, my home, and my health all at the same time.
Wow. So you overcame it though, don't you?
I came through it. As a matter of fact, today is my 6-year birthday of being cancer-free.
Oh, congratulations,
So
Raej.
thank
So
you.
good to hear that.
I'm so happy to be here on this day.
Was it hard to distribute some of this information, this personal information, to allow people to read your personal story? Was it hard for you to put it down?
It was difficult for me because I went through so much with divorce and my illness. But I'm very mindful because I have 2 men children, as I call them. And I never wanted to have the story to come across as something that they would be embarrassed about. I told the truth, however, on what happened.
Sure.
And it was more about me and how I got through some of what I went through with the illness, with the divorce, with losing my house, unemployment, everything, because I became sick.
Okay. Sharing this information, I guess, was really personal. But let me ask you this, Raej. I've asked a lot of ladies who visit the program this, being the mother of male children, black male children.
Yes.
Are you afraid for them with all the violence going on in neighborhood environment?
Every day. Yeah. My children are 23 and 26. And Christian young men, good guys, like a lot of the unfortunate deaths that have happened to young people, young black people, particularly our males in the community. I don't like that I still have to remind them, be mindful of what you're doing. Be mindful of how you approach, what you look like, what you're saying to people, places that you go. Because just your very presence is threatening and sometimes offensive to other people, to other cultures. And I don't think that there are certain other cultures that feel that they even have that thought to have a conversation like that. But every time my son leaves out the house, be careful, son. I love you, son.
That's great.
And that's how I want to be the thing that they remember that I said to them last, or this last thing that I said. And it's just really not just out of being a loving mother, but just being so concerned because of the state of our environment today is not one conducive that is, back in the day when I was growing up, everybody looked after everybody and officer friendly.
Yeah.
I grew up with officer friendly. Yeah. And so the officers are not so friendly anymore. And they need to bring that back, not just to make it a community statement, okay, we did this is what we did for the community, but more so to mean it. Because our children should not be afraid of the police, particularly little black children.
Yeah, you've grown so much since I've seen you. Do you remember where we met and how we met?
Yes, I do. Now you want me to tell my age, right?
I think you've done that already.
I came to the University of Missouri, St. Louis, and I was a grad student. And I was also working there as a part-time work study student. And someone brought me over to your building in the communications department. And I got introduced to you then and was hanging on you ever since.
That's beautiful.
Had no idea that I would be in media one day because I was an academic advisor.
Sure.
And my role was to guide others' careers. And then when I met this young college student by the name of Howard Dallas Jameson.
Howard Jameson III.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, Howard Jameson III, who changed his name to Dallas, because of the Cowboys that he loved so much, football team. You told me when you meet a young person that's interested in media, you make sure that you send them to me.
That's great.
And that's exactly what I did, and that's been like almost 30 years ago.
Yeah, it has been. And I've seen you grow. I've seen you become an author. I've seen you become an advisor. You had your own PR firm at one time. Tell us about that.
Yeah, the marketing that I did for a group called the Quintessential Entertainment Group.
Right.
And I grew into that. I've always been a promoter. And when I say promoter, I mean someone that puts the information out there, want to share with everybody what's going on, who you need to connect with, excellent networker. And when I came across this group, they knew or suspected that because of the connections that I had in the community, that I might be good at that. And I did. And we did some successful events for fathers. That was our focus.
And you also were working with the Sister Strut at one time, weren't you?
Yes. Sparkle West. And through Clear Channel, all of my DJ friends over at Clear Channel, especially Jay Harrell, who was my sponsor along with BJ the DJ, Sylvester the Cat, Tammy Holland, Tony Scott. I had no idea, Erica Parr, that I would ever meet these personalities that I would listen to on the radio. And volunteered for about 4 years with them for Sister Strut. So it was an amazing time going out, and I was literally doing street registrations. Nobody asked me to, I just did it. So I went out into the street and I was registering the ladies for Sister Strut. And it was all about having an awareness and learning about early detection for breast cancer. I'm a breast cancer survivor. Like I said, today is my 6-year birthday. And I got a chance to speak before an audience of 8,000 over at the History Museum in Forest Park about early detection.
This is great. I've got to come back and tell them about your new adventure, KOVL Radio, but after we do this. But, you've been doing some amazing things, and you're still continuing to do some amazing things. And I'm just so proud of you. And tell us, in your future, what do you see?
Wow. The ultimate thing that I would love to do, I love hosting events. And I had an Operation Prom Night event that I hosted. And it was to help young people to acquire donated items so that they could go to prom in 2019. It was a fashion show, and it was held at a local lounge here in St. Louis, Club Deja Vu 2. And Tammy Dunn is the coordinator for that event, sought me out, got on my calendar, and it was a wonderful event. KOVL Radio, which is the station we'll talk about, was one of the sponsors.
Great.
And I had a great time. I really love connecting with the people on stage. That's where I come to life.
This is great. My guest is Raej J. Johnson, and we're here at the New Life Evangelistic Center. The last time I saw Raej J. On camera was at 1411 Locust Street, downtown St. Louis, Missouri. She's a frequent visitor down there. But right now we're 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri. But the same services that were provided downtown at 1411 Locust Street are now provided here at the New Life Evangelistic Center, 2428 Woodson Road. And your tax-deductible gift is still needed. It's an investment in New Life Evangelistic Center for those who need clothing, for those who need food, for those who need shelter. And you can help us through Post Office Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri, 63166, or online at www.newlifeevangelisticcenter.org. An American Express, Visa, MasterCard, Discover Card. It takes less than 2 minutes to make that investment in New Life Evangelistic Center so we can continue the wonderful programs that we're doing and what Larry Rice has been doing for nearly 50 years. I'm Bernie Hayes, back with Raej after this.
What does it mean to you, the help you're getting, that New Life's giving you to help you get off the streets?
What it means for me, it means that it gives me the ability to experience a better quality of life, first of all.
Thank God for New Life Evangelistic Center.
Now you can take NLEC TV anywhere as you put the NLEC TV app on your iPhone or mobile device. NLEC TV is an innovative TV station that's on the cutting edge of community service. When you tune in to NLEC TV, you'll discover a television station that has been operated by previously homeless individuals who've received broadcast training through New Life Evangelistic Center's unique on-the-job training program. On NLEC TV, you'll discover wholesome family, community, renewable energy, and inspirational programming. Those needing energy assistance, food, clothing, or freedom from the cycle of homelessness will find that plus much more on NLEC TV. Now, you can receive NLEC TV by going to 24.2 on your television set or putting the NLEC TV app on your iPhone or mobile device. For further information, call 314-436-2424 or go to nlecstl.org. That's nlecstl.org.
And welcome back. My guest is Raej Johnson. Raej and I have been friends for many, many years. In fact, I was one of her instructors at the University of Missouri St. Louis, believe it or not. And it's been a wonderful, wonderful relationship. But now you've moved on. You're a broadcaster. You're a TV caster. You're on all kind of social media. How can I reach you, Raej?
Well, I'm on Facebook as Raej Johnson.
Okay, say it slower so we can put it up there.
Okay,
Facebook.
Raej Johnson, okay. R-A-E, lowercase j, and then Johnson. Okay. Instagram, Lady Raej Johnson. Okay. And Twitter, you can reach me at Raej Johnson.
Okay, and now what about this KOVL radio? Tell us about this. This big tiger, man. It's not menacing, but it's a lion. It's stunning.
It's a lion. It's a fierce lion.
Yeah. Lion, right. Rulers of the Lion. That's the
Rulers over the Land. So let me tell you how we acquired this particular name for it. So call letters are usually not associated with internet radio, and that's what we are. We're internet radio. But because people are so used to the traditional call letters in radio, I came up with something. So I researched it and found out for our region, it was either a W or a K.
Yeah, Mississippi River.
Exactly. Yeah. So I said, okay, K what? So I kept going through. And my son, AJ, actually said to me, well, Mom, aren't you in Overland? And I said, yeah. Well, why don't you try to pull some letters out of that? I said, you know what? I'll abbreviate Overland, OVL. Okay. So it became KOVL. But I didn't want to be restricted to Overland in the event that we grew out of our space and moved somewhere else. So I was like, Overland. And I always wanted a lion. Okay. I'm a Cardinal Ritter lion.
All right.
Shout out to Cardinal Ritter College Prep. But I've always wanted a lion as a logo. So I talked with Eric Eastman Weathersby, who is also an executive partner of mine for the station. And I said, when you think of a lion, of a king, what do you think of? And he said, I think of a ruler. So we became rulers over the land in St. Louis, Missouri.
This is great.
That's a little trivia.
Yeah. So you're an executive there at KOVL.
Yes.
So what's your mission?
My mission is to provide platforms for individuals that we feel have a message to get out to the community and to the world abroad. So we've taken our opportunity to give those who may not have been as visible because of the work that they do in 501c3s or as entrepreneurs, and give them an opportunity to be heard and seen on KOVL radio.
Okay, so if I had a program I wanted to bring or to air, I could come to KOVL and make a deal and air it?
Exactly. Make a deal is key. We do contract everyone. They're self-syndicating, so they broker their show. And we also have advertisers, and we have advertising packages from something as low as $50 for in-studio all the way up to over $200 weekly for a certain number of weeks.
Okay. How can I reach you?
You can get in touch with me at KOVLradio@gmail.com.
Okay, once again.
KOVLradio@gmail.com.
That's our email. Is there some phone number they can reach you?
314-641-9200.
Okay, so any future broadcaster or person aspiring to be a future broadcaster, this may be the outlet for them.
This may very well be the outlet. And you know, I'm glad you brought that up, Bernie. I was given a call yesterday, and there is a group of students that would love to learn to be broadcasters.
Okay.
And there is a St. Petersburg, Florida radio station that has partnered and acquired a grant. And so they're going to pay a stipend for these young people to come in and learn radio. And our station was one of the ones that was selected in the process to assist them in this effort.
This is wonderful. And it's male and female.
Male and female.
Any particular age limits?
We don't do anyone lower than, I think, the age of 12. So 12 up. 12 and up.
Okay, I'm saying you may be partnered with some local schools also?
Yes, Marion Middle School was one of the schools that brought the kids over. The young ladies came, and we gave them 5 minutes to have their own shine in the spotlight on radio. I asked them, what's the name of your show? Who's on your show? What is your show about? And they had an opportunity to actually broadcast that live.
Okay. In your opinion, KOVL or internet radio itself, what's the future of it?
I see the future of internet radio being a digital platform that's going to be in competition with other digital platforms that already exist.
Such as?
Such as the Netflix.
Satellite.
Such as the satellite, like Sirius Radio.
Sure.
There are a lot of celebrities that I've learned in my research that do a lot of digital radio platforms. I know that radio is changing. I have high respect for terrestrial radio because that's where it all got started. But as we are becoming more technologically advanced and more digital in our communication, I feel like the KOVL radio came in on the ground floor.
This is great. There's so much I want to talk to you about. I want to go back to the book here, too. The book, Pretty in His Presence. We only have about 2 minutes left in this segment. But I want to come back and talk about the spirituality that I feel in this. I want to talk about the love that you have for your faith and for your Creator. And before we leave, and I just want to say the inspiration that you had to write this, to share this information with others. Was there divine calling in there?
You know, it's been pulling at me for years to actually write a book.
Okay.
But I think that God saw to it to use Minister Raleigh Thornton Jr. as that vessel to push me into that opportunity to write the book or to at least write a chapter. And now I'm really ready to delve a little bit deeper and write more of my own book at a future date.
Okay. Did you find it difficult to come to this conclusion? Because I know that you have so much to write about, Raej, whether in this area or in other areas, because I know you. You know, so I know there's several books in you.
There are. It was difficult. It was, but I had a lot of help. Tamika Griffin was our publisher.
Okay.
And she really did help me to hone in and to just relax through the writing process. And I edited as I wrote, and she said, stop doing that. Just write it. Just write it.
Come back and edit it.
Yes, and come back. And so I had to learn. It was a little bit of a process for me.
Well, self-publishing is really what's happening now, too, because anyone can write the book, and everyone's story should be told. And I know that you have many stories to tell.
Yes.
Especially these new adventures that you're processing and that you're launching. And, you know, I'm just so proud to see what you're doing, and so glad that you are doing so much. And we want to talk about all that, too, when we come back. I want to talk about your faith primarily, and also talk about KBOL again and Pretty in His Presence, okay?
All right.
Okay, we're at the New Life Evangelistic Center, 1411 Locust Street, downtown St. Louis. It's closed, but we're at 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri. And you see all these wonderful mugs on the table here? You see this one from Harris Stowe State University? That's where the Black Radio Hall of Fame and Jazz Institute is located. See Webster University here? That's also where I teach. But this is the Bernie Hayes Show Cup. And I want everyone to get a Bernie Hayes mug. And also, Fire, Through the Fire, the latest book by Reverend Larry Rice. And while I'm sitting here talking to you and showing you these, I think Larry Rice can do a better job. Here's Reverend Larry Rice.
Hello, I'm Larry Rice, Director of the New Life Evangelistic Center. I want to encourage you to get your Bernie Hayes mug. And in addition to sharing a very special gift of $25 or more so we can get back into 1411 Locust, I have a historical book that I want to add to the mug to enable you to get the complete history of what took place between 2012 and 2018 to shut down a church at 1411 Locust because its congregation were primarily homeless people. We're going to share both of these with you if you'll share your gift now so we can get back into the 1411 Locust building and help the hundreds and hundreds of people that are suffering at this time that literally have nowhere to go. I thank God for Bernie Hayes and his faithful years of service, for his program that has touched the lives of so many people. And now we're teaming up with Bernie Hayes, sharing the Bernie Hayes mug and Through the Fire book. If you'll just share that gift of $25 or more. Now be sure you request the Bernie Hayes mug and the Through the Fire book, and you know that you'll be a part of great things God is doing.
We'll return to our guests after this Black History moment. Today's subject, Ralph Metcalf, an outstanding sprinter, track coach, and politician, born in Atlanta, Georgia, raised in Chicago, Illinois. Perhaps Metcalf's most interesting moments in track were not his wins, but his virtual dead heat second place finishes in a 100-meter dash at the 1932 and 1936 Olympics in Los Angeles, California, and Berlin, Germany. Metcalf's lone Olympic gold medal was won in Berlin in 1936 when he ran part of the famous 4x100 team, which featured Jesse Owens. After this event, Metcalf retired from track, graduated from Marquette University, and attended Southern University of Southern California, that is, earning a master's degree in 1939. During World War II, he joined the armed forces and fought to end Jim Crow segregation in America. After the war, Metcalf briefly coached at Xavier University in New Orleans, becoming a successful businessman in Chicago on Audubon on the South Side. In 1970, he was elected to U.S. Congressman, and he co-founded the Congressional Black Caucus. Our subject today is Mr. Ralph Metcalf.
Hello, I'm Larry Rice, and I'm inviting you to join me daily on the New Life Facebook page. Something new, something exciting every day. So go to facebook.com/NewLifeSTL and discover what's happening on a daily basis as New Life Evangelistic Center begins to share with you a wide variety of subjects. I look forward to visiting you on the Facebook page. Remember, there's so much just waiting for you at that particular page.
For just 80 cents a day, you can help many people in need all around the world. That's only $24 a month. The New Life Evangelistic Center wants you to help feed the hungry and shelter the homeless by joining Club 24. For $24 a month, you can be a part of touching people's lives. For just 80 cents a day, you can make a difference in someone's life. Call 314-881-3210 or give online at newlifeevangelisticcenter.org.
And welcome back. My guest is Raej J. Johnson. She's an author. She's a producer. She's a personality. She's a launcher of new platforms and media. And Raej J., I want to come back and talk about your faith a little bit first. Okay, tell us about your faith.
Well, I was raised in two types of faith, Catholic and Baptist. I chose Catholic because I understood that as a kid. but it was my foundation, so I will not deny it.
Sure.
But I started as I matured to want more. And being non-denominational, my home church, Blessed Hope Bible Church, is the church that I was at for many, many years. Church in Action is a church that I'm involved with now. And I just love the Lord, the sound teachings that I received from Blessed Hope and continuing with Church in Action is what helps me to stay grounded and to have a creator that I look to for everything, all of my help. I believe in God wholeheartedly. I don't apologize for it at all. And Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. So for those that have whatever they believe in, I don't judge, but I know what got me through what I've gone through. And I stand strong on that, and it's not failed me yet, so I'm not giving that up.
And I assume that you're passing this on to your children, right?
Yes. Both of my boys, proclaim Christ as their Lord and Savior. As young boys, got baptized, and their life is evidence. Their life is evidence of their belief. A lot of people talk what I call Christianese. You may know the Bible back and forth and inside out, but is your life evidence of your belief? And I pray that mine is.
Don't live it.
Yeah.
Pretty in His Presence and KOVL Radio. What part does faith play in these two projects?
Well, I don't feel that either of these projects would be as successful if we didn't have God first.
Okay.
We have clean radio programs, we have clean shows, clean music, and we want to make sure, because we're dealing with children, with young people, so we want to be that great example in the community of having media, and that you don't have to have profanity or any innuendos that's inappropriate to have good programming and good music.
Now, let me ask you this, too. We've been concentrating on children, but suppose middle-aged people or our elders want to have a radio show. Can they still do that, too?
Oh, they could definitely do that, too. Our format is old school R&B.
Okay.
We have gospel. I actually do a show on Sunday along with one of our personalities, Sabrina Doss. Food for Your Soul is her show, and it's a gospel show from 7 to 10 a.m.
How can we reach this? How can we access it?
You can access it by our link. So go onto your internet, whatever device you use, your phone, tablet, desktop, or laptop, and go to KOVLradio.com.
Okay. Well, once again, how about Facebook and Twitter and Instagram? Are you on those too?
I'm on those too. So you can reach me at Facebook at go to Raej, R-A-E, lowercase j, Johnson.
Okay.
On Instagram, I'm Lady Raej Johnson. Okay. And on Twitter, at Raej Johnson.
Okay, so anyone from 12 years old right on up to 100 years old, I guess.
Right on up.
They can have a spot on KOVL Radio if you negotiate.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. So.
Yes. We were birthed out of Ferguson Radio.
Sure.
And seeing that platform and everything that happened behind the uprising with the Mike Brown situation, we stayed over in Ferguson. We were there for about 3 years.
Okay.
And I said, you know what? We need another digital radio in St. Louis. And I brought KOVL Radio.
How can they get Pretty in His Presence? How can they get that?
For Pretty in His Presence, you can contact me at paypal.me.
What number?
314-641-9200.
Ray J, we're out of time, but our broadcast goes.
Fast.
I just want to say thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Good luck. And anytime you feel like you're in the neighborhood, you stop by and visit us again, okay?
Thank you. I sure will.
And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you to continue to support the New Life Evangelistic Center. Nothing has changed. We've moved, but nothing has changed. Reverend Larry Rice is still doing whatever he's been doing for almost 50 years. I'm Bernie Hayes, and I'll say, please come by. Please support. Please invest in the New Life Evangelistic Center. Post Office Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri, 63166. Have a great day until next time.